Easy action.
Alright, I'm your host Jada Boss, and you're watching Boss Talk TV's Tall Table Discussions, where educated opinions entertain you, the viewer. We have a panelist of 4 amazing, beautiful women, and one of them happens to be my mom. So she doesn't have a major, but we're going to have them introduce themselves with their name and major, starting with...
I'm B, my major is communications.
I'm Kaya, and I am major.
I'm Colin, and I'm a criminal justice major.
I'm Kiana, and I'm an interior design major.
Alright, so the topic of today is, who are you to say what's beautiful? So it's kind of a touchy subject when it comes to beauty, and we're going to get right into it. Is everybody ready?
Ready.
Okay, so what's the idea behind this topic to you when it comes to the attitude of it and the question? What do you think? B?
The first thing that comes to mind is what we're facing in the African American community, I can't talk today, which is light skin versus dark skin. It seems to be a big, major issue for no apparent reason. So, if you guys want to jump into that?
Okay, yeah, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the light skin, dark skin issue when it comes to what beauty is. What do you guys think at this side of the table?
I think it's about defining your own beauty. Like, someone can't tell you how you're beautiful.
Okay, so why does beauty on the outside seem to be more important than beauty on the inside? Colin?
Honestly, I really don't think it is important. I think that's the first thing that someone sees, so that's the first thing they go off, because I know a lot of relationships where a guy has tried to talk to a female because she was pretty, but then, you know, months into the relationship, he's like, I'm not happy. So, I mean, it's that we don't I think it's with our generation that we're young, and we don't realize that it's inside that's what's important until after it's too late.
Okay. And then when it comes to this light skin versus dark skin issue, what do you think when you say that be like that people view as beautiful or what they don't view as beautiful?
Well, if you go back to the history and the stigma, light skinned people were raised with Caucasian people from jump start since we've been on this land we call America. So they are, I guess, put on a higher pedestal, I would say, because they are light-skinned, they're closer to the Caucasian race. But it's just, I don't know, our generation in society now, everything is superficial. So looking back, I mean, light-skinned people mostly came from mixed breeding, and mixed breeding causes what they call good hair. Mixed breeding calls for pretty eyes. So I just think they're just kind of put on a higher pedestal.
Okay.
And with going with what B said, like, that's all we see on TV too. Like, they have the light-skinned girls, and now even it's not even light-skinned girls, it's Latina girls, it's white girls, like
even darker girls. I mean, if we're making a joke, darker skinned people have really come up. I mean, you got, you know, Morris Chestnut, Blair Underwood, Gabrielle Union's considered dark, Kelly Rowland. What do you think, Mom?
Well, first of all, I think it's unfortunate that we're still in this day and age still doing the light skin, dark skin thing. I think it's pathetic. At the same time, it's something that we've always dealt with as a culture. One of the things that we don't want to recognize is there are other cultures that go through the same type of ignorant stereotypes too. I'm sure that in the Hispanic culture, you've got people who are Dominican, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, but to the Spaniards, they're trash to them because they're not a pure breed. I think that we've always thought that white was better. That's not necessarily true, but that is what they've done. And what they've done is they have pedestaled themselves as a people, which is what we don't do. I am not a mixed breed. I am a fair complected person. I don't think I'm better than anybody because of the color of my skin. I just think that my beauty is my perspective because of what I do have inside of myself. That's where it needs to start. It doesn't need to be what I see as a person. But even if I look at this individual here and I go, wow, she's beautiful, her mother must be gorgeous, it's still just my opinion because it's what I think, it's my thought process of what I think beauty is. And I can say, well, don't you think she's beautiful? And you can go, not really. So it's always about what we think the the thought process is in ourselves that we have opinions of other people. But I think personally that it's not a black or white issue. I think it's a integrity issue. I think it's an idea of what I view as attractive. And I don't think it's an everyday thing. It could be one day the hair looks great, one day it doesn't. One day, you know.
Okay, so that's a lot of opinions.
Sorry.
I
I am a
you,
guest.
Mom. Okay, but one of the things, giving Mom another spotlight, is when we grew up, Mom used to say, you know, ugly isn't what's on the inside. I mean, on the outside, it's what's on the inside.
It's not what you look like, it's how you act.
So,
Yes.
right, sorry, Mom.
Okay.
It's been a minute. But basically, the next question was, what's really ugly?
Ooh,
What is it, B?
bad attitudes.
Bad
Like,
attitudes.
Ignorant. That's
ignorance.
Ignorance.
Like a lot of people who get called attractive on the outside, their head gets so swelled that if somebody was trying to approach them, they're rude and they automatically think nobody's good enough for them. So I just think your attitude can portray if you're ugly or not, just like it can portray if you're beautiful or not. So yeah, ugly.
Well, the next
starts
question, based off what you said, was how is beauty determined? So, do you think it could also be an attitude? It could also be how you project. What do you think, Colin?
Definitely, like I said earlier. Why are you laughing at me? Like I said earlier, like if you meet a beautiful girl and she's like, ooh, like, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna off top be like, whoa, chill, you know, you're not that cute. Or but if I meet somebody, like if I have a beautiful girl and then I have a okay kind of girl and she's rude and she's polite, I'm gonna want to be around her, and being around her and the personality she has, I'm gonna find her attractive. I'm gonna find her beautiful. Him beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. So,
prefer-
what do you think, Keith, as far as determining what beauty is?
I agree with Colin, but I also want to add that it also comes from the vibe you give off too. So even if you've never talked to somebody and they're pretty, but they're looking around, they're not smiling, or they're in their own little corner, you're not going to want to mess with them anyway. But if you see somebody and they're just all around, they're just having a good time, like that Heineken commercial. With that guy who's just meeting everybody and he's having a good time, and the girls are all like, oh, who's that? It's like, it was past the looks. It's about what he's doing and how he's working the room.
All right. So this topic could be important to all of our viewers, and as far as young women and teens and kids that are coming up in the same harsh, superficial world, how can we help young ladies feel and become more beautiful?
Well, the main reason we started this Boss Talk TV and we're about to drop a movement called Black Hotties was to basically give these girls confidence, because it is a rough world and we're growing up in a lot of stigma of negativity and stereotypes, and the media influences us. So we just want to make sure black girls know that everybody is hot no matter what you look like. You're an African American strong woman, and we just want to help. We want to help the youth because we were youth, and we just want to give back. So
That's great.
That's good.
Okay, so the last question before we wrap the show, I want Mom to start, is if we could give people a reality check about beauty, what would it be?
Well, first of all, I think in African American women, I think we should first check the whole hair factor. I think we need to stop reminding people how long our hair used to be, and this and that. If it's processed, it's processed. If it's sewn in, it's sewn in. If you bought it, it belongs to you. I think we need to have a pride about the way we look and be comfortable in who we are in ourselves. I think that's the most important thing. I think that's the first start, is to stop looking at someone else and judging ourselves according to how they think that we should look.
yes, Mom.
Okay, so Key, do you have anything to be on Mom's side about beauty?
I totally agree with Mom. And I think what would help too with helping the youth and everything is just telling them.
That they're beautiful?
Yeah.
'Cause they are.
Because, you know, if you don't tell them, they're not going to know. And sometimes people look for that
Okay.
to tell.
Colin, do you have something? I mean, it's a lot.
No, I pretty much agree with everyone saying like beauty really is in the eye of the beholder, and I feel like confidence is beautiful. That's what makes someone beautiful. You know, if a woman walks into a room with smiling and confident, everyone's gonna be like, who is that?
Yeah, who's she?
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and that's like B said, like with these little girls, I feel like they see these things, they see these videos, and like they want to be like that. But you know what I mean? I feel like your mother is beautiful, educated woman with her opinion, like, you know what I mean? That's beautiful to me. I feel like B, you know what I mean? I can't wear my hair like that. She rocks it though. I love
That's right.
B.
That's right.
From brown skin to light skin, I think, you know what I mean? It's all in your opinion.
All right.
Can I say something else?
Yeah.
I think we need to also remember that beauty is not always what you look like, it's what you do. You know, I mean, I think it's beautiful when a younger person decides to listen to an adult, or respect, even do something like this. I think there's a beauty at this table that goes beyond the skin and the hair and the teeth. You guys are gorgeous, but I think just what you're doing to activate other people is a beautiful thing. So I think sometimes what we need to do to encourage younger people is, you know, when they do well, there's a beauty in that. When they speak well, when they act right, there's a beauty in that. And I think that's another thing we need to encourage.
All right. Well, on that note, we want to thanks for watching Boss Talk TV here at UNLV Student Union live at the Tall Tables. Comment, like, share. Till next time.